Hello traders. I just wanted to give this trade setup. This is USDJPY and we are on the 5 minutes chart. So this is the setup. I'm looking to enter the market once we tap into these 5 minutes order block or demand order block. Okay, but it's kind of refined. I've refined it to the 1 minute, but we're gonna get there. So let's just start with the 1 hour as I explain the idea behind that setup. So as you can see on the 1 hour, we did get that trend change to the downside. This was the higher low that we put in, and that ended up actually breaking that this higher high. So we were expecting to put in a higher low before continuing with that bullish trend. But what do we see? The market actually came in aggressively, taking out that this low. This was the protected low. So once we take out that protected low, our expectation is that we're gonna put in a lower high. At least our expectation is that price will move to the upside in a bullish trend to put in what we call a lower high, all right, before now continuing with that bearish trend, all right, because the trend right now is bearish. Once you got that trend change, now the trend reversed and now we are bearish. So our expectation is that price will move into the upside, put in that lower high, and then continue to the downside. At least we are expecting for price to come all the way to the upside, at least to this supply zone. All right. So with that understanding, one of the indication or one of the signals that we are getting that pullback was the change of character. Now we tapped into this demand order block or demand zone, and that is the 1 hour demand zone. All right, that was the 1 hour demand zone. But if we are to refine it, so that was it. Now the reason why I refined it to that is because if you see, we do have a swing low right there, and this was kind of acting as inducement, right? This was acting as inducement, and I'll show you on the lower time frame. So with that understanding, once price tapped into that, all I just needed to do is to go back to the 5 minutes because this is my entry time frame, and like I mentioned, that low, that swing low that we just saw, it is this one, and it was acting or it is acting as inducement. So many people will just be looking at this low, and we sure do have that order block, and they're gonna be entering the market using that order block. I don't know whether I'm audible. All right. So they're gonna be entering the market using this order block. But now understanding the concept of inducement, you know that that is a 1 hour inducement. So that was just I used that to frame my trade idea. But apart from that, in as much as I'm using that level as inducement, I also want to see inducement being created. And so, as you can see, this is what we are having. The market gave us that fake change of character, which meant that this low is going to be used as inducement. And sure enough, as you can see, price actually went to the downside, took out that low, and then you can see the reaction that we are getting from that after we took out that inducement. All right. So give us the real change of character. I haven't marked it out, but this is it. This is the real change of character. So let's just mark that out. So that is the real change of character, and we do have this low and also now this high. But on the 5 minutes, I really don't like confusing myself. I really don't like you know getting into the nitty gritties because you can get lost in the source of it. So give us that real change of character. And right now, what we are just expecting, or what I'm expecting to see, is price moving to the downside, tagging us in, and then moving to the upside. So if you go to the 1 minute, because I've refined it to the 1 minute, This is what we are having now. This is the order block, the 1 minute order block. I could refine it to that, but I think that is just too refined. All right. So that is why I've decided to stick with that and then take the 50%, which technically means that I'll be entering using that on the block. Okay, and the reason why I prefer taking, and also I've decided to cover these because of the fact that we do have that imbalance right there. Although it has been mitigated, I still felt that I needed to cover even these lows there, because if you can see, we do have these nice double bottoms. So I decided to cover those lows, and also yeah, that is it. That is it. So the way, or how, one of the things that would invalidate this setup is if we see the market actually taking out these 1 hour fractal targeted high, because then that means that the range that we are working with is now this one. This would be the low and this would be the high. So that is the range, the new range that we'd be working with, and that would mean that I'd be looking to for my setup or my entry model from this low to probably one of the highs that would be created around here or wherever. All right, so that would invalidate that setup, meaning that I'd look for a new setup right around this area. And the reason is simple. This is the fractal high and this is the fractal low. If you go to the 1 hour, because I want to concern myself with the fractal structure of the 1 hour. If you start using the 5 minutes fractal ranges, it could get confusing. So this is the fractal high and this is the fractal low. You want to be buying from the discount, and this is the discount of that range, and that is why I'm looking to buy from this low as opposed to this one right there, because this is more into the premium pricing. And if you're a buyer, you don't want to be buying in the premium prices. You want to be buying in the discount prices, and that is it. Yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.